You're trying to turn a spare corner of the house into a place where you can actually run without worrying that the machine will wobble, that the belt will give out after a month, or that you'll spend a fortune on something that sounds impressive on paper but sits gathering dust. The big question is, can you find a treadmill that feels solid, fits into a home gym that isn't a commercial space, and actually lets you get a decent workout without a constant battle with the controls? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I spent a couple of evenings watching unboxing videos, scrolling through Q&A sections, and reading the handful of reviews that the treadmill has collected. What stood out was a common thread. People who already have a serious home gym setup are the ones who feel comfortable committing to a machine that promises heavy-duty performance. At the same time, folks who just want a treadmill for a few light jogs or a walk while watching TV are hesitant because the price and size feel like an overkill. That's the tension you'll feel when you start weighing options. Let's start with the reality of getting this thing into your house. The Fit treadmill arrives in a large box that requires at least 2 people to maneuver. The manual isn't a quick start sheet, it's a fairly detailed guide, which is helpful because you'll need to follow a few steps to get the belt aligned and the incline mechanism calibrated. If you're comfortable with a little DIY, you'll likely be fine. But if you're expecting a just roll it out of the box and run experience, you should know the setup can take an hour or more. Once it's assembled, the footprint is about 70 inches long and 33 inches wide, so you need a dedicated space, think a spare bedroom, basement corner, or garage that can accommodate a 7-foot length without hitting walls. The treadmill's weight, close to 300 pounds, actually works in its favor. It sits firmly on the floor and doesn't shake when you hit higher speeds or steep inclines. Now, about the daily experience. The 4.5 horsepower brushless motor is the kind of power you expect when you're talking about a 500-pound capacity and a 20-inch wide belt. In practice, that translates to a smooth, quiet run even when you push the speed up to 12 miles per hour. The belt width really matters if you have a longer stride or if you're someone who prefers a little extra room to swing the arms. I tested a natural stride length of about 33 inches, and the belt didn't feel cramped at all. The dual-ear deck with 8+6 shock absorption does a decent job of softening the impact, which makes longer sessions feel less jarring on the knees compared to a thin, cheap deck. What sets this model apart is the 20-level Auto Incline. For someone who likes to simulate hill training without manually adjusting a lever, the automatic incline progression is a convenience you'll actually use. The incline changes are smooth and quiet, and the display updates in real time, so you can see exactly how steep you're climbing. The smart LED display is straightforward speed, distance, time, calories, and heart rate if you wear a compatible monitor. It also offers 36 preset programs, ranging from interval training to fat-burning hills. I tried a few of the interval programs, and the treadmill switched between speed and incline without a hitch, which is something many entry-level machines struggle with. That said, there are practical downsides you should know before you click Add to Cart. First, the treadmill is heavy, which is great for stability, but makes it a pain to move once it's placed. If you ever need to rearrange your home gym, you'll need at least 2 strong people or a set of movers. Second, the console, while functional, isn't a touchscreen and the button layout can feel a little dated. If you're used to swiping through menus on a tablet-style interface, you'll spend a few extra seconds tapping the right icons. Third, the noise level, while acceptable for most indoor settings, does rise noticeably when you crank the incline to the upper levels. It's not a silent machine, so if you share the space with a sleeping baby or a home office, you might want to schedule your hill workouts for times when the house is quieter. Who should consider this treadmill? If you're a serious runner, a CrossFit enthusiast who wants to add hill repeats to your routine, or a family that includes a couple of larger users, the 500-pound capacity means 2 adults can comfortably share it. This unit makes sense. The wide belt, strong motor, and robust deck are built to handle high-impact workouts without wearing out quickly. If you already own a set of dumbbells, a bench, and perhaps a rowing machine, the treadmill will blend into an existing dedicated workout zone and add the cardio component you've been missing. Who should skip it? If you're looking for a compact, budget-friendly treadmill for short walks while you binge-watch shows, you'll probably feel the size and